now for the 1973 football final. Cork in white, Galway in maroon. Centre field men waiting for the final exit of the teams, or of the band I should say. Referee checking, same. Everything set now for the start of the game. Referee sending the half-backs and half-forwards back behind the 50-yard line as he gets ready now to throw in the ball. Jimmy Duggan on the right with Willie Joyce, and Dennis Poland and Dennis Long on the left. Referee looking at his watch, and there is the throw-in. And Cork are first to get the ball, but the broken down ball goes to Liam Salmon, to Tom Nocton. Tom trying to get through, he's held there by Humphrey Kelleher, and there is a free in to be taken by Morgan Hughes. Morgan, who is in position at top of the left, coming up now to take this one, and it's the first score of the game. Morgan Hughes on instead of the injured John Tobin, getting his shot at the goal for the first time after 30 seconds of play, and sending the ball over to make it Galway 1 point, Cork no score. And the 19-year-old certainly doing well with that first kick. And Cogan's kick out for Dennis Long. Intercepted here by Michael Rooney of Galway. Kevin Sullivan after him. Nicely blocked down there by Dennis Colin for Cork. Through the centre. This is Declan Barron. And Ray Cummins and Wandering Ray. Blocked down by Jack Cosgrove. Jack going after, but Ray gets another one across the goal mouth. A dangerous one. Got there by Willie Joyce for Galway. Willie being chased. He touched the ball on the ground as he fell there, and there's a free in for Cork. Just inside the 50-yard line, and Dennis Long the kicker. One of the Mill Street men on the Cork team. The tail on it to the left, but it's going to be kept in play. It's hit the upright. It's a goal! It's a goal! And Jimmy Barry Murphy! Jimmy Barry Murphy! A goal for Cork, Jimmy Barry Murphy. There, top of the right, getting the ball that hit the post, came down, and Jimmy Barry, with that great effective quick thinking of his that has got them here today, sent that one into the net. And here comes Cork again. Declan Barron beaten this time by Liam O'Neill. Over the head of Boris Burke out there on the far wing. John Coughlin coming up for it. Gone back there to try to get it for Cork. Con Hartlett, and the ball gone out over the line. Line ball for Galway. On the halfway line. Well, the two 19-year-olds have got the two scores of the game. Morgan Hughes at one end and Jimmy Barry Murphy at the other. Willie Joyce, the kicker of this. And the kick blocked by Dennis Long. This is Joe Waldron for Galway. Mick Rooney getting and is penalised. Mick Rooney penalised. They're playing away, but the whistle is gone. The whistle is gone. Mick Rooney penalised there for pushing Kevin Sullivan as he was going onto the ball. And this free exactly the halfway line. Kevin Sullivan to take it. Kevin who injured a muscle in training a short time ago, but reports fitting well for today's game. Goes into the centre, and this is Dennis Colin from Dennis Long. Dennis Colin, a lovely one, and it's over the bar! Dennis Colin, the scorer of that one, his first score, by the way, in the championship this year, getting that one over to make it Cork 1-1, Galway 1 point. Jack Cosgrove's kick out, very near the sideline, gone over the line. Line ball for Cork, just inside the Galway 70-yard line. Kevin Sullivan to take it, and here's Kevin Dennis Long. Hurling to the right, and gone wide. Davy Barry Murphy making a somewhat dramatic drop to the ground there in the close proximity of a Galway player, but I don't think there was any foul. And neither does John Maloney, the referee, which is a lot more important. Jack Cosgrove with the kick out. This is Dennis Collin. Cross over to the far side of the field. Dave McCarthy up now, and Dennis Collin coming out to the right wing. Back to Dave McCarthy. Nice bit of fielding in there by the Cork men, and the ball gone up, but the referee calling for the ball and awarding a 14-yard free, penalising Galway for holding there, and this 14-yard free will be taken, about 10 yards to the left of the goal on our right. Declan Barron to take it. And it's over the bar, another point for Cork. Declan Barron, the scorer from that one from a free. And just as John Tobin, the Galway sharpshooter, is off, Billy Beale, the Cork sharpshooter, is off. But when you have them like Morgan Hughes and like Declan Barron, well, you don't really call it a big loss, although, of course, the lads are missed. From the kick out, Willie Joyce. Frank Tobin for Cork out to the far side. Liam O'Neill going up for it now, and keeping his man off as he allows Maurice Burke to get it. Maurice Burke for Galway. Tom Nocton roving out to the right wing. In now to Maurice Burke. Maurice is fouled, and there is a free in for Galway. 14-yard line, halfway between the Hill 16 sideline and the goal on our left, and gone across to take it, Morgan Hughes. Awkward enough angle. And he has sent it wide. 7 minutes gone in the first half. Cork leading 1 goal and 2 points to Galway's 1 point, 5 points to 1. And Morgan, I'd say, not too happy with that one. Eddie Morgan placing the ball for the kick out to be taken by Frank Cogan. Galway. Just inside the 50-yard line, Jimmy Duggan coming up to take it. This is the first time that Jimmy has had a go at it today in the game, which of course is still only 7 minutes old. Just on the 50-yard line, and this is the shot he has to kick. And he sends it up towards the right, got down by Brian Murphy for Cork. Line clearance very near the sideline, gone over the sideline, and it's a line ball for Galway. Line ball for Galway. And Liam O'Neill is going to take it. About 60 yards out from the Cork goal, far side of the field. Liam inspecting the lie, as they might say in the Ryder Cup. And Dennis Collin getting the ball, and here comes Dennis. Jimmy Duggan is after him, but Dennis still in possession. Ball tapped down out there by TJ Gilmore, I think it was, to Liam O'Neill. Clearance up now for Cork. On for the ball now, Dave McCarthy. And his kick half blocked down. TJ Gilmore in position and in possession. 50 yards of his own goal. Long one way up the field. Humphrey Kelleher lets it go back in over his head. It's got there and cleared out into the centre. John Coleman. And now Johnny Hughes for Galway. And two Galway men tussling together, and the man who gets it is Liam Salmon. Liam looking for someone to pass it out to, and he is fouled. No doubt whatever about that foul. John Coleman, the kicker, or the tripper, I should say, and the kicker will be Jimmy Duggan. Just inside the 70-yard line. That's the Cork 70. You see marked there, and the ball just inside. Leading the wings, Maurice Burke getting up to it. Willie Joyce now for Galway. Into the centre towards Liam Salmon. Dangerous ball across the goal. Morgan Hughes going up for it. Jimmy Duggan with it now, and Jimmy held and brought down. Jimmy held and brought down in a very spectacular tackle. And a free for Galway, about 16 yards out, and Morgan Hughes will take it. Here's the kick. And it's over the bar. The second point for Galway, and it's scored, as was the first, by Morgan Hughes, the 19-year-old player who's playing at top of the left. The Killaloran man, 1-2 for Cork, 2 points for Galway. Almost 10 minutes gone in this first half. Frank Hogan with the kick-out. This is Liam Salmon now for Galway, being chased by Dennis Long. And still they're playing this gambit of getting the ball out to the right wing. Maurice Burke is the one who has it now. In the centre to Willie Joyce, but coming out is John Coleman, way up the field now. Liam O'Neill, momentarily alone, but not any longer. Dave McCarthy after him. In now to Liam Salmon, inside the 50. Liam kick knocked down by John Coleman. Out it comes to Dennis Coleman. Overhead, the backs and forwards. Jack Cosgrove, first time, belt balloon way down into the crowd. Line ball for Cork. Frank Hogan, 70 yards out from his own goal. This is Declan Barron in along the ground, and again Jack Cosgrove throws and gets it down to the centre of the field. Nicely held by Dennis Coleman. Battle of the centre fielders there. Dennis Coleman going on. And the referee penalises Jimmy Duggan for pushing in the back there, and there is a free to be taken by Declan Barron for the Cork men, about 25 yards out from the Galway goal. And it's a dangerous one. It's brought down on the goal by Joe Waldron. That was a very dangerous one, and it's not out yet. It's got here in the wing and belted away to the far side by Johnny Hughes. Johnny Hughes out now the far wing to Willie Joyce. Willie Joyce. Tom Nocton out roving again. Intended to Morgan Hughes, but it's Frank Hogan of Cork who gets it. Nicely feeded as usual by Liam O'Neill. Through the centre, running onto it, and coming across is Humphrey Kelleher. Humphrey Kelleher is sturdy and steady for Cork. Liam O'Neill likewise for Galway. Right through the centre now, and getting it Brian Murphy. Brian Murphy tackled there by John Coughlin, but getting his kick in. This is Tom Nocton, the full forward. He's 60 yards out. And he is brought down. There'll be some followers of another code signing on a few people with some of the tackles that are going on out there. Free in for Galway. Morgan Hughes to take it just inside the 50-yard line. That's his kick. You can see him there on the right coming up. It's a nice lobbing ball, but it's turned to the left and it's gone wide. And the score remains Cork 1 goal and 2 points. Galway are 2 points, and they're 13 minutes gone in the first half. Very short kick out there. And added considerably by Kevin Ger. Kevin Ger up now along the wing to Ned Kirby. And the referee penalises Ray Cummins for trip, accidental or otherwise, and there is a free out for Galway. By the way, Jack Cosgrove is wearing a pair of boots that he bought in Ray Cummins' sports shop in Cork. And they seem to work all right too from that kick. Added to in the air by Jimmy Duggan. Up along the wing towards Morgan Hughes. Back to Jimmy Duggan. Jimmy going up with Liam Salmon inside him. Jimmy still going up. Sets the ball into the centre, where coming across from the far wing, John Coughlin in the centre. Humphrey Kelleher for Cork, and out over the sideline under pressure. Line ball for Galway, just outside their 50. Jimmy Duggan coming over to take it. Jimmy, one of the men on the Galway team with an All-Ireland medal to his credit. Nicely held by Kevin Ger Sullivan. Heading towards the sideline. Ned Kirby is there. Ned Kirby gets it into the centre. Dave McCarthy comes across. Liam O'Neill is in there. And Ned Kirby going on now along the ground, being chased by Johnny Hughes. And being robbed by Johnny Hughes. Still Johnny Hughes. And a very nice bit of robbery and delivery. This is Mick Rooney. Into the centre to Jimmy Duggan. Jimmy now 60 yards out. Running on to Morris Burke now. Morris Burke cutting inside. His shot and it's over the bar. Morris Burke running onto that one very, very well. Getting the ball from Jimmy Duggan and sending it over the bar. And so after 15 minutes of play, Cork 1 goal and 2 points. Galway 3 points. 5 points to 3. Young Morris Burke, one of the many ex-minors on the Galway team. In fact, Galway and Cork comprised today in the main of ex-minors and under-21 players. Free to Cork, 70 yards from the Galway goal. Dennis Long to take it. Referee penalises for a bit of pushing in the back there. And another free to Cork. This one a good deal closer. This one about 30 yards out from the Galway goal, and Declan Barron to take it. Hurling out, held by TJ Gilmore. Good clearance. Nick Rooney and Kevin Ger Sullivan going for it, and the ball over the line ball for Cork. 60 yards out from the Galway goal. Kevin Ger Sullivan. TJ Gilmore waiting for the tip down by Liam O'Neill. Liam Salmon. Galway settled down an awful lot better in the last few minutes than they did in the early stages. This is John Coughlin, with Brian Murphy trying to block him off there, but still John Coughlin for Galway. Oh, a lovely shot from outfield. Billy Morgan in possession in the goal. Willie Joyce now for Galway. Out to the wing to Morgan Hughes. Tom Naughton trying to get to it. Humphrey Kelleher getting there before him. Stalemate there. Nice heel pass there. And a foul by Frank Togan on Morgan Hughes, resulting in a free for Galway. 14-yard line and about less than 10 yards in from the sideline. A very awkward angle, and Morgan Hughes, who was the victim of the foul there, is going to take it. You can see what an awkward angle it is. It's a curler right across the goal mouth, and Billy Morgan in the goal with the ball out to the wing, where it goes out to Con Hartnett. Ball nicely tapped down, and here comes Dennis Long. Toe to hand. Action all the way as he comes upfield. Ray Cummins comes out, tries to get it up. TJ Gilmore is there to see that he doesn't. In there is Jimmy Barrett, up along the right wing here. Brendan Cullen and Jimmy Barry Murphy. Jimmy Barry with it. Back. He gets it back now to Jimmy Barrett. Jimmy Barrett, a curling shot. It's gone over the bar. Jimmy Barrett coming across from the far wing, getting that ball, and what a dipping, curling shot it was, getting it over the bar. And the score now, after, about 18 minutes of play, Cork 1 goal and 3 points, Galway 3 points. Nicely cut in the air there by Michael Rooney. And lovely bit of hold in there by Frank Cogan, who was fouled as he's coming out with the ball. And there's a free out for Cork. Dennis Long. Referee penalises Willie Joyce for challenging Dennis Long with an elbow as the ball was being kicked or even after it. And referee John Maloney gives the free, as he's quite entitled to, where the ball lands. And where did it land? About 30 yards out from the Galway goal. And Ray Cummins is going to take this one. And Ray sends it over the bar. Nothing wrong with his pair of boots either. The score now, with Ray Cummins getting his first score of the game, the score now is Cork leading by 1 goal and 4 points to Galway's 3 points. That is 7 points to 3. Jack Cosgrove's kick. Fisted upfield, TJ Gilmore. Remember, 40 minutes in each half. Humphrey Kelleher out to the far side, and it's Jimmy Duggan gone over the far side now. Jimmy up along the centre to Liam Salmon, who's also out there. Liam trying to bamboozle his way through. Liam chased there, and his kick blocked down, and well blocked down by John Coleman. Added to by Dennis Colin. This is Dave McCarthy. This is Dennis Long. Dennis Long with that action stride of his, being chased by Willie Joyce. Being blocked by Willie Joyce, but getting his kick in and sending it over the bar. Dennis Long, the scorer of that one, and that makes the score now. Cork leading 1 goal and 5 points to Galway's 3 points. Out comes the kick out. Michael Rooney. Liam Salmon. Still Liam Salmon. Kevin Ger Sullivan pushes him, and there's a free to Galway. Just inside the Cork 50. And Jimmy Duggan will take it. Dead straight in front of the goal. And here's the kick on the right. You can see Jimmy Duggan coming up now. Into the goal mouth, Billy Morgan. Stonewall Morgan in there, getting it into his hand. Up now to Dennis Colin. Dennis's intended pass to Dennis Long didn't go quite where he intended, but it does go to a Cork man eventually. Declan Barron, Ned Kirby. And Cork really motoring now. Dave McCarthy in front of the goal. 21, 14 yards out. Off Jack Cosgrove, who drove right down to the ball. Out to Jimmy Barrett and over the bar. Jimmy Barrett, his second point of the game. The first Cork player to score 2 of that 1 goal and 6. Galway 3 points. The first Cork player to score twice in the game. Kevin Ger Sullivan. Oh, a dangerous ball across the goal. Ray Cummins trying to hoosh it in. Joe Walden's kick blocked down out there. Dave McCarthy with it. Dave trying to make an angle for himself, and it's a dangerous curling ball that's curled to the left, and it's gone wide. And Dave McCarthy looks a little bit exhausted and twice as much disappointed. Gabriel Mitchell placing the ball for the kick out. Jimmy Duggan coming up now to help the defence. Up now towards John Coughlin and Brian Murphy. Brian Murphy got the ball into the centre. Willie Joyce with it now, 70 yards from his own goal. And the Corkmen hungry for that ball as they race that little bit quicker than Galway. Frank Cogan upfield, but Brendan Cullen back down again. Lovely bit of fielding in the centre by Dennis Collin. To the other Dennis, Dennis Long. Dennis Long being chased now by Willie Joyce. And it's still Dennis Long. And it's still Dennis Long. Oh my heavens. That shot had deserved, with all the activity of Dennis, to have a somewhat better finish than what it had. But it went so very, very wide indeed. And the score remains 9 points to 3 in favour of Cork after 23 minutes of play. That's 1-6 to 3 points. Back come Cork again. And TJ Gilmore, who is having quite a time of it trying to keep up with Declan Barron, fouls him there, and there's a free in, which is going to be taken by Ray Cummins. Ray standing back now, 35 to 40 yards out. Here's the kick. And straight over the bar. Another one for Ray Cummins, the kicker of frees today, his second point of the game. Another Cork man to get 2 scores in the game. And the scoreboard now reads Cork 1 goal and 7 points to Galway's 3 points. A switch in the Galway team. We'll tell you about it in a moment. Willie Joyce, who's moved into the half forwards, getting the ball up the field. But Frank Cogan, sturdy Frank with it now, right full back for Cork, up along the right sideline. Still in, no it's not, it's gone out over the line ball for Galway, just about 60 yards out from the Galway end line. Mick Rooney gone centre field and Willie Joyce left half forward. That's a switch in the Galway team. Kevin Sullivan sidesteps the incoming Mick Rooney, gets ball upfield, and now it's Ned Kirby with it. Ned Kirby into the goal, and it's allowed to hop into Gabriel Mitchell, and Gabriel robbed there in possession. And that was a dangerous moment indeed, as the enterprising Jimmy Barry Murphy almost got that ball in behind him. But now it's John Coleman for Cork. TJ Gilmore not getting to that one, but Jimmy Barry Murphy has it. Jimmy Barry outside the 21 over the bar for yet another point. Jimmy Barry Murphy, the scorer of that one, and Jimmy Barry getting a goal and a point of that total. 1 goal and 8 points for Cork, 3 points for Galway. Dave McCarthy, top of the left. Jimmy Barrett, left half forward on the Cork team. Also switches with Ray Cummins, gone top of the right, and Jimmy Barry Murphy gone full forward. But if Ray Cummins has gone out, I think he's going to be followed by Jack Cosgrove as well. That Jack is just wondering where he's going to go at the moment, as the ball has gone out over the sideline, far side of the field, and it's a line ball for Cork just outside the Galway 70. No, Jack Cosgrove is staying at full back. Along the far wing, this is Jimmy Barrett. He didn't make much length, but he made an awful lot of height. Johnny Hughes. Morgan Hughes. Same clan, but not related. Oh, a dangerous low ball that's gone out now off Tom Naughton's boot out to the wing to John Coughlin. Brian Murphy gone out after it, very near the end line, and it's a 50. It's a 50 for Galway, about 5 yards in from the far sideline. That ground ball was a very, very dangerous one indeed, because I think Humphrey Kelleher expected it to come high. It went low, and it might easily have wound up. Well, let's see where it all winds up, as Jimmy Duggan takes this 50. As for the fielding, Con Hartnett, the fielder, and the one who is upended. None the worse of the upending. He goes out to take his place, as there's a free out for Cork. Frank Cogan to take it. And the Nemo Rangers player, one of the Nemo Rangers players on the Cork team, getting a good long run at this one. Referee penalises Jimmy Barrett there for a bit of holding, I would think it was. And there is a free for Galway just inside the Cork 70. This is Liam O'Neill. Liam, who is an attacking defender. He very often moves up into the attack, although he plays on the half back line. Kick out to the right there. Absolutely feeding this right wing, but it's not coming off as Con Hartnett gets the ball for a long clearance going towards the sideline. Ned Kirby allows it go off the leg of the incoming Johnny Hughes. A very clever tactic indeed. Kevin Sullivan with the kick, just outside the 50. 1-8 for Cork, 3 points for Galway. What breeze there is, and its slight is favouring Cork, and this is Mick Rooney. And that's Con Hartnett with it again for Cork. Galway inclined to stand up and have a look at him now and again, and this is Dennis Long. And Dennis Long being chased now by Michael Rooney. Still Dennis Long. Last time he did a solo like that, it wasn't too good at the end. This time it's fisted, but it has gone over the bar for a point by Gabriel Mitchell, if you like, but by Dennis Long, who took the kick. It was deflected over the bar by Gabriel Mitchell, the goalkeeper, and that is Dennis's second point of the game. Cork 1-9, Galway 3 points. 29 minutes gone. Jimmy Duggan now at the ball, and Galway badly in need of scores at this stage as Jimmy goes forcing his way through, is fouled as he does so, and there is a free in for Galway. Well, from a neutral's point of view, what this game needs is a goal for Galway to put a little bit of proximity between the teams. Morgan Hughes to take the kick. And it has hit the upright. The one that hit the upright before wound up in the Galway net, but this one doesn't wind up in the Cork net as Kevin Sullivan clears it out over the far sideline. Liam O'Neill, he scored a point in the championship already, but I was going to say, will he get one here? He doesn't even try, and maybe it would have been as well if he did, because the Dennises are on it, the move again, but they may be robbed. It's Dennis Long, and Dennis Long tapped in the ankle there, and there's a free out for Cork. And Frank Cogan coming over to take this one. Frank having a busy time between kicking the ball out and taking the frees down in the Cork defence area. Jimmy Barrett having a fine game. And here's Ray Cummins. Ray Cummins now on the right wing. Ray is shot, that's gone to the left, and it's gone wide. Ray Cummins, who has moved out to right corner forward. Jimmy Barry Murphy gone in full forward. And it's interesting that Jimmy Barry has in fact played on Jack Cosgrove in club games down in Cork, where Jack was stationed as a Garda for quite a long while. And here is Jack. TJ Gilmore. This is Ned Kirby going down. Michael Rooney, who winds up colliding with one of his own men, and Kevin Sullivan, who winds up with the ball. Oh, what a lovely dropping ball, and the fist went out of Declan Barron, and I thought for one moment it was going into the net. It wasn't. He missed, and it was wide. Gabriel Mitchell placing the ball. Gabriel, who plays with contact lenses. Jack Cosgrove with the kick out. Willie Joyce, who's back in the centre of the field again, and Mick Rooney gone back to the half-forward line again. Galway concentrating so very much on that right wing, and it doesn't seem to be paying off. Brian Murphy into the centre of the field. The referee penalises Dennis Long for a foul on Willie Joyce. And not only that, but as the referee passes Dennis Long, he says a little something to him. And that's Dennis now to see how Willie is. And they're inattending to him. Must have been an elbow or something like that, because with that expression on his face, well, it's not just wind, that's for sure. And the referee holding up the play for the moment, but now signals to carry on a free to Galway just outside their 70-yard line. And Willie Joyce going now to take up his position as Liam O'Neill takes the free. Liam Salmon fisting it up, coming out again. Con Hartnett now for Cork. Liam O'Neill going back, TJ Gilmore going back, Declan Barron after him. The ball comes to Kevin Sullivan. Spun around, free for Cork. And it's still 1-9 to 3 points in favour of Cork, with 33 minutes gone in the first half. A very, very slight breeze in favour of Cork. That breeze is not responsible for the lead by any means. Dennis Corlin. Out towards the tall Ray, and Ray Cummins has got it. This is Dave McCarthy. Backs trying to keep the forwards off it as the ball goes harmlessly wide. And the game so very badly in need of a Galway goal, purely from a spectacle point of view, because 12 points to 3 at this stage makes it pretty well one-way traffic, although there's another 40 minutes plus to go. Willie Joyce. Tom Naughton. Selling dummies. In now to Morris Burke. Coming across is Frank Cogan. in complete control. A short pass that doesn't go quite where he intended. It has gone very near the sideline. Dennis Coughlan with it now, just at the sideline. Jimmy Barrett pushed off the ball as it goes off a Cork man over the line. And as a substitution, Frank Canavan is coming on the Galway team. Frank Canavan has come on, and we'll sort off who's going out off the field in just a moment. I think we'll see in a moment. It's John Coughlin who's gone off. Sideline ball kicked and comes in, cleared out to this side of the field. John Coughlin gone off the team. Morgan Hughes gone top of the right, and Frank Canavan top of the left. Ned Kirby trying to keep the ball in play. The last time that worked, it didn't work this time. He tried to tip it back off the shins of Johnny Hughes. Johnny wasn't near enough, and it is a Galway ball. And if somebody had a motorbike to get out to that one, the man with the motorbike, if you like, is Kevin Gerald Sullivan, who comes out over the line with the ball, and it hopped, in fact, out over the line. He hopped out over the line as well. There is a free, is it a free or no, it's a line ball. I thought there might have been a free out. It's a line ball to be taken for Galway by Jimmy Duggan just outside the 21-yard line. Oh, a lovely shot, right into the goal mouth. Fisted down and gone wide. Some of the forwards looking hopefully towards the umpire, but the umpire didn't even hesitate. A quick wave and a wide. Jim Connor, the umpire there, just showing very definitely that the ball was wide. Johnny O'Donovan giving a word of advice to Frank Cogan as to where to kick the ball out. Advice taken, perhaps. Let's see. Mick Rooney up along the wing to Frank Canavan, who thought the ball was going to hop off his head. Frank Canavan fouled, and there's a free in for Galway. But in the last 3.5 minutes of the first half, Morgan Hughes coming out now to take this free. And the crowd fairly hushed with the one-way traffic up to now. The referee gone in to have a word with the umpire. Here comes Morgan Hughes with the free now, and he sends it over the bar for a point. It looked as if lifting boot, but it wasn't. It wound up curling in and going over the bar for Morgan's third point of the game, and that makes the score after, about 37 minutes of play. Cork 1-9, Galway 4 points, and the Galway crowd getting a little bit anxious that it's about time something happened as far as Galway were concerned. And what's happening right now is that Dennis Coughlan sends the ball upfield. TJ Gilmore bursting his way through, and still going on. Whether it's the crowd or what, I don't know. He's coming into his shooting position. He's on the 21. He takes a shot and he sends it over the bar. Oh, look at him. His dander is up as he comes out after working his way up from his own 60-yard line to within 21 yards of the Cork goal, and that's the kind of thing that rises the team. Cork 1-9, Galway 5 points. T.J. Gilmore. Listen to the crowd now. And Jimmy Duggan, inspired by that move, getting that ball and coming upfield, being chased by Dennis Coughlan. Still Jimmy Duggan. Now Jimmy Duggan recovering and sending it high and sending it over the bar to show there's plenty of life in the West yet. The last 3 scores have been Galway. Jimmy Duggan, the scorer of that one, and that his first score of the game. The score now, Cork 1-9, Galway 6 points. Just over a minute left in the game. Why didn't all that happen 10 minutes ago, and we wouldn't have been yawning almost as we were for the last 10 minutes. Frank Cogan out into the center of the field. And here comes Galway again. Frank Canavan getting it from Willie Joyce, and Frank going the straight through way. Frank Cogan trying to stop him. Frank out to the far side, going out towards Morris Burke and Con Hartnett, the Corkman with the ball, and he gets it upfield. And here's Gilmore again. He couldn't do it again. He doesn't bother. He belts a high one downfield. Humphrey Kelleher, lovely fielding by Humphrey. Sturdy in there at full-back. Ball tapped down. Willie Joyce, as if he couldn't handle the ball, kicking the ball upfield. Dennis Long and T.J. Gilmore. I don't know what happened, T.J., but after being listless, he's come very wide awake. A man awake all the time has been Kevin Sullivan, who started off with a size, I don't know what jersey, but the sleeve has been stretched to about twice that size with the grab that was made at him there. Referee John Maloney looking at his watch. We do likewise, and there are a matter of seconds left in this first half on our stopwatches. Dennis Long with the kick. This is Declan Barron. T.J. Gilmore with the ball on the ground. Referee says he's penalising him, and there's a free in. We're in extra time now, injury time, call it what you like. Ray Commons to take the free, and this I'm sure will be the last kick of the first half. He's already scored 2 points. Make that three, it's over the bar. Ray Commons full forward, but now at right corner forward. Sharpshooter from Freeze today, making the score now. Cork leading with there is the halftime whistle, by the way. Cork leading with the score, 1 goal and 10 points to Galway 6 points. That's 13 points to 6. Well, it has been a most entertaining last 5 minutes of the first half. A most entertaining first quarter of an hour or 20 minutes of the first half. In between, well, I'm not so sure, because the Corkmen took over, gave a fine exhibition of football, and without any doubt whatsoever, fully merit their lead at half-time. But that rally, which started with T.J. Gilmore going through for a point, that rally shows that there's plenty of life in Galway still. And there's the throw-in. The second half is on, and Jimmy Duggan with the ball. Right through the centre. Con Hartnett fouled and a free out. Somewhat shaky. Out comes the ball from Frank Hogan. Jimmy Barrett now for Cork. In along the ground, T.J. Gilmore pushing it out. And the referee penalising Dave McCarthy. I think it was for picking it off the ground. Free out, T.J. Gilmore to take it just inside the 50-yard line. Jimmy Duggan. And Jimmy held by Dennis Collins, but swinging around there, and Dennis has got a knock there, and that swing around. Jimmy's kick from 50 yards out, a high one in towards the goal. Lovely bit of fielding there by Con Hartnett. Out towards Ned Kirby and Johnny Hughes, a dead heat there. Who's got it? It's the Cork man who's got it, Ned Kirby. Ned is fouled and there's a free for Cork. Kevin Sullivan to take it. Cork trying to win their 4th All-Ireland. The last one was in 1945. Leading by 7 points at this stage. Kevin Sullivan's kick way up the field, and the referee gives another free to Cork for a bit of pushing there as the ball was dropping in, and Ray Cummins gone out to take. 9 players have All-Ireland medals in hurling and in football. Ray Cummins candidate for number 10 as he comes to take this kick. And there is the angle of the kick. Watch this ball as it rises. And it drops out into the hands of Jack Cosgrove, and Jack playing a fine, steady game. Out to Morris Burke. Morris can't quite get it up. Now it's Jimmy Barry Murphy out the field. Cross into the centre to the in-running Dennis Long. Dennis Long has it now. A nice ball, but it has gone to the right and it's gone wide. And the score remains 13 points to 6. That's 110 to 6 points in favour of Cork. 4 minutes gone, second half, and no score so far in this second half. Willie Joyce. Frank Canavan and Frank Cogan. Well, having a little bit of strategic struggling there, shall we say. The referee deems that it is a free for Galway, and it will be taken by Michael Rooney from the 50-yard line. Nice stab kick in towards the goal. Grabbed now by Tom Knocklin. It's not Knocklin, it's Morgan Hughes. Morgan Hughes fouled in possession, and there's a free in dead straight in front of the goal, 14-yard line for Galway. And Morgan Hughes will take the free. And he taps it over the bar for a point, narrowing the gap, and that is his 4th point of the game. Morgan Hughes, 19-year-old Morgan, playing at top of the right now, making the score after 5 minutes of play in the second half. Cork 1-10, Galway 7 points. The Galway supporters trying to start a chant of Galway, Galway. And Michael Rooney trying to make sure that Kevin Sullivan doesn't get to the ball. He tries, he succeeds, but not within the realms of the rule book. Frank Cogan. It is free for Cork just outside their own 50. PJ Gilmore tipping it down. Comes now to Liam O'Neill. Going the other sideline. Morgan Hughes keeps it in play. Being chased by Brian Murphy. Still going on. Oh, a lovely ball across the goal mouth, and out comes Billy Morgan. Very nicely piece of covering off by Frank Cogan as Frank Canavan was trying to get in from the kick out down this side of the field. Dennis Colin gets his boot to it, and it goes over the line for a line ball to be taken for Galway just inside their own 70. Joe Walden to take it. This versatile player. Liam Salmon. In now to Morris Burke. Morris Burke on the 21, on the 14, a shot, and it's over the bar. Morris Burke putting that little bit of electricity into that dash through, his 2nd point of the game, but it could have been a goal if it had been that little bit lower, but it was a very valuable point. PJ Gilmore. It's gone back. And it's nicely fielded by Morris Burke. He's on the 21. He's on the 14. He takes the shot, and Billy Morgan saves it. And the crowd behind the goal sway under the pressure of excitement. Jimmy Duggan now. And the referee penalises Dennis Collin for a foul on Jimmy Duggan, and this free will be taken by Morgan Hughes. 40 yards out from the Cork goal. Ball, a stabbing shot right over the bar for another point for Morgan Hughes, his 6th of the game. Declan Barron. It's all so nonchalant the way they're playing it now. Lovely bit of fielding there by Brendan Collins. Out to Willie Joyce. Willie Joyce all alone on the halfway line. Getting rid of it first time, well upfield. Brought down now by John Coleman. Tug-of-war in there. Liam Salmon is coming up with the ball. He's got it. Frank Cogan is after him. Still Liam Salmon. And he is grounded, but definitely grounded. And there is a free in for Galway on the 14-yard line and slightly to the left of the goal. And Liam Salmon is down with a knock on the face there. One of the Cork men down some way back. And here comes Morgan now with his kick. And he taps it over the bar for another point for Galway. Making that 11 points for Galway, making it 7 for Morgan Hughes, all from frees. And the score now is 1 goal and 14 points for Cork, 11 points for Galway. And one of the Cork men is going off the field. It's John Coleman is going off the field for Cork. The substitute will check on arrival. This is Morgan Hughes way down the field now, on the halfway. into Liam Salmon. Liam Salmon just grabbing the ball, almost missing, but getting it. Out to the wing now to Tom Naughton. Naughton cutting inside, a low curling shot, and it is! It's not, it's saved by Billy Moore. It's a goal! It's a goal! It's a goal! That is what the game wanted. I know Corkmen didn't want it, but the game wanted it. That is a goal. Billy Morgan down in utter disgust with himself out of the far side of the field. He grabbed the ball but didn't keep it out of the goal, out of keeping it over the line, and Seamus Collin is on the game for the Corkmen at the moment. The score now, 1 goal and 14 points to 1 goal and 11. Cork leading now by 3 points and 27 minutes gone. Or is it 27? It's not, thank heavens, it's only 23. We've a bit more to enjoy. Jimmy Barry Murphy. Jimmy cutting across. Dummy selling all round the place, but not as many buyers as usual. Dennis Long this time. And nicely held in there by Joe Waldron. His kick locked down. Seamus Collin, his kick locked down. Joe Waldron under pressure, coming out with the ball, taking it nicely from Morgan Hughes. Has come up 14 yards from his own goal. Very nice sidestepping into the centre. I saw Jersey's pull there, but the man who had it pulled got the ball and got it way up the field, and that was Humphrey Kelleher. This is Johnny Hughes. And here's Frank Canavan. Frank Canavan 30 yards out. 2 Corkmen back, 3. And the third one, Humphrey Kelleher belted outfield. This is Liam Salmon. He does his little bit of dodging through now. A lobbing ball in towards the corner. Billy Morgan goes up over it's over the bar. A point by Liam Salmon from out the field. His first score of the game, but he has been very much the architect of so much of the play. Now only 3 points between them again. Cork 115, Galway 112. Ball loose now to Dennis Collin. Dennis Collin trying to get it back. And the chapter of slipping there. Jimmy Barry Murphy in possession now. Trying to bamboozle his way through. He's fouled by Brendan Cullen, and there is a free in. Ray the sharpshooter coming to take it. He is now within 3 points of the record for an All-Ireland final. Cork 117, Galway 112. And here's Morgan Hughes. Still Morgan. Out to the wing to Coley McDonough. Coley racing out to it. Brian Murphy out after him. Coley's got it now. Working his way through into the centre. A lobbing ball in, and Billy Morgan in possession. Billy Morgan chest high to the ball and getting it out. Right foot it down into the centre of the field. Donald Hunt. And Jimmy Barrett. Jimmy, who seems to be everywhere. Right through the centre to Ray Cummins. Ray Cummins now up and on the wing to Jimmy Barry Murphy. Jimmy Barry on the 14. What's he going to do? A goal! Goal-scoring touch. He may be 19, but he surely joins the football immortals. Up now to Liam Salmon. Liam Salmon across into the centre to Tom Naughton. Naughton is shot. That's blocked down by the boot of Con Hartnett. Coley McDonough out to this side. And the ball gone out over the sideline, and it's a line ball for Cork inside their own 14. 4 minutes left in the game. 23 points for Cork, 15 for Galway. And this is Coley McDonough. A shot, and a curling one, and well saved by Billy Morgan. Dennis Collin. But it's Jimmy Duggan who gets it. Donald Hunt after him, and Jimmy sends a high one that goes over the bar. And the game has got to the stage now that a point by Galway is treated almost with a hush. And the score now is 2 goals and 17 points for Cork, 1 goal and 13 points for Galway, and we make it 3.5 minutes left in the game. And all the patron saints of Galway, I don't think, could turn this one around at this stage. Here come Cork again. Here come Galway again. Joe Waldron. Held by Brian Murphy. Dennis Long. Ned Kirby. Ned holding on. And deciding he'll send it up to, all alone. Donald Hunt on the 21, the 14, and he advanced on 14. Blocked down by Jack Cosgrove. Seamus Corlin rooted the ball there. If there was only a point between them and Galway or Cork were behind, you wouldn't be so nonchalant about that miss, but it went to you so wide. Second cousin of Dennis Corlin, who plays out the field for Cork, is Seamus, who had such a good game when he came on. I think he got a goal in the point against Tyrone. Kevin Ger Sullivan. Jimmy Barry and Brendan Collar, and Brendan under pressure, getting his boot to it as quick as he could, out over the sideline. Dennis Long. Oh dear. How confident, how elegant a team can be in the position like this, and certainly nobody can blame Jack Cosgrove for the defeat of Galway. Jack out into the centre of the field, and now back in come the Cork men. Frank Cogan, Seamus Corlin. Humphrey Kelleher has gone off the Cork team, by the way, at the other end of the field. Seamus Corlin dropping the ball in towards the goal mouth, and Jack Cosgrove again. Jack being chased by Jimmy Barry Murphy. Frank Cogan, he may be a right full back, but right now he's about 60 yards from the Galway goal. This is Frank Canavan. Mick Scannell in the game for Cork. This is Coley McDonough. Liam Salmon. A blaster that hits the, it's a 50, it's a 50. It hit the upright, I would say, and came back into play and was deflected out over the end line by Billy Morgan. A 50. Liam O'Neill to take the kick. Frank Canavan. And it's another 50 off one of the defenders. As far as actual time is concerned, the time is up, but the referee may allow a minute or two extra because of the injury time. He did stop play a number of times. A short free there, a short 50 that goes to Johnny Hughes, and Johnny Hughes scores the goal. Johnny Hughes from that close free has scored the goal, and the only difference it makes is that it makes the scoreboard a little bit more respectable from a Galway point of view. And here's Joe Waldron. Joe Waldron coming up the field for Galway. Where did it go? It's a Clifton Barron. Oh, the ball screwing off Willie Joyce's boot. Back to Dennis Long. Dennis in towards the goal mouth, and it is Jimmy Barrett. And he got a goal, and the referee has allowed the goal. The crowd coming in, storming into Jimmy Barrett, and I don't think the final whistle is gone. The crowd are in to cheer off. Yes, it is. It's gone now, all right. The referee has said, what's the use? He blows the whistle. Time is up. Cork have won the All-Ireland. 3 goals and 17 points to Galway's 2 goals and 13. The last kick of the game was a goal scored by Jimmy Barrett.
Borlumsa Cogardicus, a horse to Goyan. Avi Cliva Anawa Sportul Agin in you. Agasan pleasure Agamanish and Curtin Shah of Bono, our captain Corky Billy Morgan.